All right, so let me first introduce myself. So my name is Kian, and I'm from University of Roehampton. So today I will quickly give you some information about the university and the courses, and hopefully you will have some basic understanding about the university. And then I'll give you some time at the end of my presentation to give you the chance to ask questions. So just some brief information about the university. And so we are one of the most intensive intensive modern university in London. And we have students actually now from 146 countries now. So we are very diverse in terms of student body. So you do have a chance to meet with students across the board. Okay, and then we are about 30 minutes away from central London, so it's very convenient for you to get to central London to enjoy what London has to offer. And also in terms of the history, we are 175 years old. So we have a very rich history with Europe as well. So you will find out a little bit more afterwards. So in terms of the location, as I mentioned briefly before, so we are 30 minutes away from central London. So we are in the southwest London. So which in the slides you can see we are at the bottom left-hand side. So we are next to Richmond Park. So if you have come to London before, or if you heard about Richmond Park, so where the park accommodates over 200 years. So we are literally at their doorstep. So it's about 10 minutes walk from the campus to the park, where you will have a huge amount of natural beauty you can enjoy. And also we're very close to Wimbledon. And in terms of the local train station, so the closest one is called Barnes, so you can take train directly from Waterloo, or we actually run shuttle bus, take students around to the closest tube station. So we normally take you to the Barnes, Putney, or Hammersmith, so where you can change for underground or national rails. So in terms of the shopping facilities, we're very close to Westfield or Harrods, so where you can buy everything. So it's very convenient. And also up the road, about 10 minutes walk from the campus, you also can find a big supermarket called Esta, so where it's 24 hours, so you can get everything from there for your daily life. In terms of the setup of the university, we're about 100. Sorry, we are made up of four colleges. So the first one, as you can see in the picture, is called Digby Stew College, and so it was established in the year 1842. But in this college, if you want to do humanity courses, and you will be able to be here, and also this is where our university library sits. So, and also this college is also acts as a main entrance for the university. And as you can see, it's a combination of of modern and traditional college setup. And the second one is our oldest college, which is called the Froebel College, which was established by German. So we also have the most famous lake called the Roehampton Lake, and then the massive green space where you can enjoy we have students, in the summertime will sit outside, have a picnic, and also doing different sports as well. So if you want to dance and education with us, you will be at this college. And then the next one is called Southlands, so which is our business school and law school based, and again is a very modern one, as you can see from the picture. So the last one is called Wetlands. So if you want to do psychology or any life sciences, you will be able to study at this college. And the building, as you can see in the picture, is very historical. So the building was the home of the architect of the Kew Garden. So it's very sort of interesting and historical building for you to look at. So overall, we have a 54-acre campus, so it's massive. as you can see from this map. So, you can cycle around the campus if you like. And also you can see we have massive green land for students to enjoy the environment. And also on your left-hand side, as you can see, we get sports. Sports as where you you will be able to do all kind of sports. And also we have our university gym located at the campus. Okay, so and also right next to the university we have a bus stop where you can use bus service as well. So I mentioned before, so the university is heavily developed now, so we have a lot of new facilities and which we aim to provide students with a better student experience. So the picture, as you can see now, is a very modern canteen, so and with a lot of study space as well. Okay, and the library I mentioned before, so which is situated in the Digby Stew College, but it's open for all students to use. So it was opened last year, so it's still very, very new and modern. So we have the most study space in the UK. So you don't need to worry about during the exam period, you will have time to do your study and the space. So in terms of the university research, so we are very good at certain subject areas. So we're leading institution for psychology, for example, and also we're very good for sociology, history, drama, and dance. Okay, so those areas are those ones we are particularly good at. But doesn't necessarily mean we're not good at other things. So for the university, we have 10 academic departments. So as you can see the list now. So we almost do everything, but just not medicine and engineering. Okay, so quite easy to remember. So you can almost find everything with us. Okay. So now I'm going to briefly going through departments for you. So we are actually the #1 in the UK for dance research. So we do have a very strong dance faculties, and we offer the only degree type called BFA dance. So which you will study with us for 4 years, and you will have a lot of opportunities to perform on the stage, and to get a lot of opportunities to perform in theatres, for example. So it is a very practical degree program. And then the next one, similarly, we have drama, theatre, and performance department. So that department, we have, we have a very good close link with theatres and theatres in London, in particular. So look, as a part of the course, you will learn the production of it, which means the practical side of the drama, and also you will learn theoretical side. So it's going to be very interesting and exciting. So basically you will have a lot of free tickets to go to see different dramas and theatres. Okay, and then the next department I'm going to talk about is education. So so if you want to become a teacher in the UK, so we have some, we were one of the leading, leading institutions in the past, but we're still the leading institution now for education, especially for teacher training programs. So, we do PGCE programs, we do a primary education programs as undergraduate degree. So to give you the chance to, to become a teacher. And also we do general education programs like early childhood education or education studies. Okay, and then English and creative writing department. So if you're really passionate about English, so we do an English literature program and a creative writing, so which are very popular among certain countries and particularly American students. So it's up to you what kind of degree program you want to do. But at master level, we also have MA publishing. So we have our own publishing house, so you can practice that while studying. So which is very unique to us. So you might have a chance to become famous before you graduate. Okay, and then the humanities. So we also offer some general humanities degree programs. So i.e. classical civilization. So it requires particular interest from students. So it's not going to be very popular, but if you have particular interest in those areas like history, you can also consider those programs. Life sciences, we have some very good programs like biomedical sciences, and this year we're also launching nursing, and which are also available for international students to come to study with us. So we will take our first amount of students from clearing this year. So information already available online. So we are more focusing on adult nursing. So that might be good for you. Okay, and also we do biomedical sciences and psychology under this department. So psychology, we do psychology and counseling if you want to become a psychological counselor, and that would be the right program for you. So feel free to ask any questions about those programs later on. And not the last, but another key department I want to mention is our media, culture, and languages. On this department, I want to highlight two programs. One is MA filmmaking, another one is BA photography. So they are 3-year program, but they are very practical. And this year we are opening our new media center, which cost university £18 million to build that media center. We have the great facilities. We will have our own cinemas, which will accommodate 120 people in the cinema, and also we will have our own newsroom and a lot of studio space for students. So our media department will become a very exciting department. And then the psychology program, I think actually I mentioned it before, so actually sits under life science, so it's not as a separate department. And then the social sciences, so if you want to study law with us, you will be under that particular department. Okay, and so we do law and criminology, or criminology by itself. So in terms of business, I put it as the last thing to mention, but business, I mean, majority of university do business courses probably quite similar to each other, but the key selling point for us is we offer 1 year work placement. So you will be paid as well. So you'll be paid between £18,000 to £23,000 a year, depending on the job you get. So after 2 years study, and you will have a chance to go to industry to work for another year, then come back to do your final year. So that's how your undergraduate degree program would look like. And also, if you're not happy with taking whole year out and you just want to finish your degree, that's also possible. You can continue to do your final year with us, and then you might also have a chance to get some work placement throughout the course as well. Okay, so that's something we're really focusing on for business degree. So it's not only about learning all the theoretical side about business, but also about putting that into practice. Okay. Accommodation, I think, is also quite important to students. So it's all about living safe in London, and not be far from the campus. So you can also try to learn, try to get up 5 minutes before lecture starts, then you still can make it. So our price for accommodation is very reasonable. So it's between £120 to £180 a week. So depending on your budget. So normally students spend £600. You can have your own bathroom, then you share your kitchen with others. So depending on budget, so we offer all kind of accommodation. So feel free to ask me questions about accommodation afterwards. And also about college life, as I mentioned, we are made up of 4 colleges. So your college life is mainly organized through your college. But as a university, you also have, some annual competitions throughout the university as well. So, if you're good at sports and music, feel free to be part of those competitions, okay? And here's a list of all kind of sports we do as a university. So, we compete among colleges. So feel free to, to be part of it when you start. Okay, and also student union runs over 60 societies for students to be part of, and so that's also something you can look at. And if you find that you want to run your own societies, that's also possible. In terms of fees, for international student, our fees for undergraduate is around 13,000, and for postgraduate is around £14,000. And if you need pre-sessional course, it will be around 1,400 to £4,000. If you are international student, which means you are paying international fees, you will be eligible for our scholarships as well. So our scholarships for international students between £1,000 to £4,000. So you will be automatically considered when you submit your application with us. So in order to avoid any disappointment, so please do submit your application as early as possible, because once we give out all the scholarships, then that's it. So no matter how good you are, we can't offer scholarships. So in order to avoid any disappointment, please do submit your application as early as possible. So I will finish my presentation by talking a little bit more about our employability. So as a university, we understand you put investment on education, you want to have a return. So I think, the good thing for you to look at is about our employability. So as a university, as a modern university in the UK, so we put employability as the main focus. So as you can see, our employability is at the top of the table. So we are around the 92% for the employability, and that's according to the survey we did last year, and which are much higher than majority of the university, as you can see on the slides. So please do have a confidence about what kind of support you will get, because we do have a very good career center where they will support you to find out more about the job you can get in the UK. They also will help you, to find a job throughout your course if you're interested. So, and our scholarships, so that's what I mentioned before, and also you will have music and sports facility, music and sports scholarships. So if you're particularly good at music or sports, then you can apply for that as well. Okay, so that's a slide to summarize why you have to study with us. So I'm not going to repeat myself. So yeah, so I have finished. So feel free to ask any questions if you may have. So, or if you want to leave the message at the bottom as a chat box, or you can just leave a message, if you can switch on your audio system, and you can feel free to talk about any concerns you may have. All right, so I will wait for your questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Kayan, for all your presentation. Everything is so good about this university. But first, we will like to show a presentation about Studies Planet that Sarah is going to do, to let them all the students know about us. So
Okay.
I will give her the control.
So I will mute myself then.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Hi, Slim. How are you? We are starting with the webinar, and we are going to give you a presentation about Studies Planet.
Okay. Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we hear you fine. Thank you, Sarah.
Perfect. Thank you, Kayan, for your presentation. That was brilliant. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so I'm not going to be very long. I'm just going to have a quick overview on Studies Planet in general, so that you can have a bit more information on us and what we do, and how we can help you with your university process. So I'm Zara. I'm one of the advisors with Studies Planet. So just a quick overview of what we do, certain scholarships that you can apply for and how to apply for them. So we help you with the whole process from the very start to the end. We help you with the actual application to the universities, any applications to the scholarships. We also give immigration advice to anyone who needs it, who's applying for visas. And we've been doing this for about 12 to 13 years, so we have the experience on our side. So our main objective is just to help students all around the world to find the right place to get to, and basically have the smoothest process possible. So we try to make it as easy as possible, try to be as informative as possible, and just assist you with your whole process. So we work with universities all over the world, mainly in UK, France, Canada, USA, and Germany. but we also have other places like Eastern Europe. We have in Sweden as well. We have different places really. So Chevening Scholarships is one of the popular scholarships with the UK, as they practically cover everything. We've actually had a few students with Studies Planet to be accepted with Chevening and actually apply with Chevening, which is great. I mean, obviously it's not easy to apply to, but it's not impossible to apply to. This is some of the requirements that they ask for in order to apply to Chevening Scholarship. This is also it. So you have to be an international student, finished at least the undergraduate's minimum level of English would be 2 years work experience, have an offer, and to get the visa. So this is very important. In order to apply to university, there's also a set of documents that you require. So I'm just going to go over this really quickly, but obviously anyone who needs more help or more assistance with this, we're here to help you with that. So mainly they will ask for an application form, which is either done online or by paper, any current visas or previous visas that a student will have, passports, any previous CAS letters, English exam, IELTS. Now, IELTS is very important, but IELTS, you can still apply to the university without having your IELTS at that time and receive a conditional offer if everything else is fine. And then once that's done, you can then send over the IELTS results to the university after the offer has already been sent out to you. Also need any previous education qualifications, so that would be the diploma or certificate, any transcripts that you have. We also ask for 2 references, so it's usually 1 work reference, 1 academic reference, a CV, and a personal statement, which we help you with. So we actually check it, we make sure it's all okay, any grammar issues, we help you with that to get it to a university sufficient standard. So this is how the process works. We help you, you choose the university and the course of interest. We help you choose the best university for you. Once you've sent us the documents and we scan them, we will then help you submit your applications. Once you're given a place as well, we will also support you with that, and then support you afterwards with the scholarships and anything else that's needed to get you to enroll. Now, we also help with UK visas. So this is some of the documents that are required to apply for the UK visa. Now, obviously, you can see if you're studying outside of the London, if you're studying outside of London or UK, it will be £9,135 that have to be matured in the bank accounts 28 days prior. If it's studying in London, it would be £11,385. So some of the documents obviously are listed are your current and previous passports, identical passport size photographs, TAS number, which we help you get from the university's English exam. Has to be UKVI IELTS if you're applying for anything English in terms of pre-sessional, and then just IELTS for anything else. And then we have the healthcare surcharge, the bank accounts we've gone through, and if it's a bank statement under someone else's name, so a parent's name, it has to be, you have to provide an original birth certificate, if translation if needed, and a letter from your parents saying that these funds are for you to use. Okay, that's it. So I've just left you with a little contact us information. So you've got a few emails on there, you've got a few numbers on there as well for wherever you are. And any one of us would be very happy to assist you with your steps to the university process. Any questions you have, any comments you want to make, just want to find out a bit further, we're here to do that for you. So please contact us and let us know. And I hope you found out a lot of information in this webinar today. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Well, again, we have the technical problems and we started late. I'm trying to contact all the people that confirm us and tell them to connect again with us. So they are going to connect, but maybe we will need to start again the presentation if you don't have any problem with that. So they will see everything. So one student has text me that she's going to join us soon, and another one is too. So maybe we could wait like 5 minutes.
Okay.
They could do
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
so sorry for this.
That's all right. Yeah, I will wait for 5 minutes then.
Thank you very much.
No worries. Do you want me to stay online or?
Yes, if you want just a few minutes until they enter to the webinar.
Okay, I will just mute myself then. I will just wait for you to finish.
Yes, I'm going to give
Okay.
you the control so you could. Okay, hi, Kaya.
Hi.
I think that we could start now.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Sorry for
No worries. Hello everyone, my name is Kian. So in the following presentation, I will give you some more information about the university. So hopefully your question will be answered throughout the presentation, but if you still have any, and feel free to, to leave a message or to ask one of the Study Planet's staff as well. Okay, so as you can see in the slide, so in this slide you can see some key figures, but let me briefly talk you through them. So we are one of the most research intensive modern university in the UK, and we have students coming from 146 countries now. So it is very diverse student body. We don't have a course which is dominant by one nationality, so which means you will have a good mixed nationalities in your class, and where you will be able to do group work, and I think you will learn a lot from each other. And also in terms of location, we're about 30 minutes away from central London, and we are 175 years old now. So in terms of location, so this map will give you a quite quick view of in terms of where we are. So we are in the southwest London, as you can see in the map. So we're next to the Richmond Park, where you will see a lot of deers. If you're a fan of them, so you can feel free to go and enjoy it, as we are only 10 minutes away from the park. And also we are close to Wimbledon, so if you're a big fan of all the sports taking place there, you can quite easily get there. So very convenient. And in terms of central London, we're about 30 minutes away. So from Waterloo, you can take the train directly to the campus. Or we will have shuttle bus running, take students to the nearest train station and tube station. So we will take you to Barnes, Putney Bridge, and Hammersmith. And also in terms of shopping facilities, we have the closest shopping centres are Westfield and Harrods. Okay, so and also you will be able to get to central London to enjoy what London has to offer. So great location. Obviously, you have both words. Either you're not being centrally located, but you're quite you're quite close to it. So you have both sides of feeling living in the countryside, but actually you're very close to central London. So the university itself is made up of 4 colleges. The first one, as you can see on the screen, is called Digby Stew College. So this is one of the college our humanity courses are under this college. So as you can see in the picture, so we have a big library, very massive library in the picture, so which will open last year. I will talk a little bit more about that later on, but also in this campus we've got a lot of new facilities, so they're all very modern. So you will find some amazing facilities at this college. So the second college is called Froebel College, which was established by German, so which, as again you can see, is very green at this college. So this college is home to dance and education students. The third college is called Southlands. If you want to come study with us for business or law degree, you will be under this college. So the last one is our Whitelands College. So again, it's amazing historical building, as you can see from the picture. So if you want to do any life science related programs, which is like psychology or biomedical sciences, and you will be taught at this college. And so this college is the building itself is very historic, and so it was a home for the for the architect of the Kew Garden. Okay, so the interior design of the building is amazing and is well protected as well. So if you're interested in that, you can feel free to find out that once you're here. So the following slides will show you give you a vivid picture of how big the campus is. So we have 54-acre campus. So in London, we are really big. As you can see, so we have we have a very massive green space where you can enjoy yourself, and to give yourself a little bit to give yourself a little bit of time to relax while studying. And also we have a massive space for sports. To your left hand side, as you can see, if you play football, basketball, and tennis, for example. We'll have facilities for that. So you can hire the place if you like for free if you have one of our student, and also we have a on-site gym where you can exercise. Okay, so as I mentioned before, the university, we sort of upgrade all the facilities throughout the years. So you definitely will find all the amazing modern facilities at this campus, but at the same time we have a lot of historical buildings, and so we just got a good combination for you to get a little bit taste of British history, but at the same time you enjoy all the great facilities the campus has to offer. And also, as I mentioned before about the library, so please don't worry about the the exam period. Every student can find a space at the library. Okay, and then within library we have certain group like rooms student can hire to do their group work. We have TVs and computer docking stations and stuff like that to to facilitate that group work. So it's amazing facilities within the library, and also within library we have canteens as well, so you don't have to worry about food. So if you're hungry, you can go to the canteen to get something to eat. So in terms of the research, as I mentioned before, we are the one of the research intensive institutions. So we are very good at psychology, social sciences, and in terms of sociology, history, drama, and the dance. So that's all the subject areas we're very good at. But it equally doesn't necessarily mean we're not good at other things I haven't mentioned. So as you can see now on the screen, we get a list of departments. So to summarize, the only thing we don't do is medicine and engineering. Okay, so we do all the rest. So I'm now going to talk you through certain every individual faculties. So hopefully you will be able to find out a little bit more about the degree programs we offer. So first of all is the dance. So as I mentioned, we are the leading institution in the UK for dance. So we offer a very unique undergraduate program called a BFA Dance. So you wouldn't be able to find anywhere else. So that program will enable you to to practice dance as a fine art. So you'll be given a lot of opportunities to perform on the stage. So we have a lot of American students coming to do this program simply because you will have a lot of opportunities to go to America to perform. So that's a very attractive program. And equally, we do you do dance at a master level as well. And the next faculty is called drama, theatre, and performance. So we do have the production side of degree programs, which are focusing on practical side of the drama, theatre. So if that's something you're interested, you can apply for that, or you can do a little bit combined course, which will be half the theoretical studies and half production, practical side of the drama theatre course. So it's really up to you, so it can be very flexible for you. And also your student will have a chance to to visit all the theatres in London, and you will get free tickets for a lot of shows, so which is add-on to the course. Okay, and the third faculty is education. So we are one of the leading institutions to provide teacher training programs in the UK. So if you want to become a teacher, so you might can consider that. So we do, as an undergraduate level, we do primary education as a 3-year degree. So after that course, you will become a qualified teacher. So that can be quite popular for European students. So if you're not wanting to become a teacher, so you also can do some general education. So we do early childhood education, and we do general education. At a maths level, we also do, for example, like education policies, leadership within within educational organizations. So a little bit linked with business as well. So it can be quite interesting programs, depending on what kind of career you want to pursue. And the fourth one is called English and creative writing department. So within the department, we do English literature, English language studies, or we do and also we do we do creative writing as a degree as well. So it depends on how passionate you are about English. So we have a lot of students doing this studying with this program, but in particular we have a master's degree called MA Publishing, and so the good thing is we have our own publishing house, so which will available to our undergraduate student and postgraduate students. So you can become famous even before your graduation if you're a very good and talented writer. And then the number 5th department is humanities. So under this department, if you want to study like history and classical civilizations, you can study under this department. And then the life science department. So if you want to do biomedical sciences, biological sciences, anthropology and psychology, will all be taught under this department. Okay, so it's quite it's really look at the human side of the human science basically. So you try to explore more about medicine and nutrition, for example. That's all that's that kind of thing. So you will be expected to to study biology, at least biology or chemistry or maths throughout your education. Okay, and then the media language culture media culture and language department is actually, we are having a new media center will be opened from September this year, so it's going to be a very exciting program. For us, we spend 18 million pounds to invest on that building. So we will have our own cinemas, a lot of studio newsrooms for students to use. So the facilities will definitely be in industrial standard. So you won't find a gap when you finish your degree and when you get into your employment, you don't see the gaps, because you will be taught how to use all the facilities throughout the course. And there are 2 programs that are particularly good, which is filmmaking, and then another one is photography. Okay, so that kind of degrees is not only being theoretical but also practical. For filmmaking student, in your 3rd year, you will have a chance to go to to have your film on in South Bank. So that's going to be a very exciting time for students as well. So we do give students a lot of opportunities to to practice their professions before graduation. And then psychology, the reason why the psychology is being listed as the individual course here is because we have a lot of demands from the market. So if you want to do, we offer a range of psychology programs. So we do normal BSc psychology, or we do psychology and counseling. So the difference is, if you want to become a counselor, so it's better to do psychology and counseling rather than psychology itself, because psychology, BSc psychology, can be very theoretical and statistical and mathematical. So it's not going to be looking at a very practical side of psychology. So that's the difference. And also, all our undergraduate courses are recognized by British Psychological Society, so which is called a BPS accreditation, so which is quite important for students to watch out that, because if you want to continue your master degree in the UK, particularly to do psychology, you normally need a BPS accredited psychology degree. Okay, so that would open up more options for you. Social sciences, if you want to do law, criminology, you can come to study with us as well. So the last department is business. So business nowadays is very, very popular, and I think the student find there's so many options out there. So the reason why you should consider us is because we offer work placement. So student can do a 4-year course after they complete their first 2 years. They can we will help them to find a job. They will be able to work for some big name companies. Okay, so to get a lot of experience, and also you'll be paid so between 18,000 to 23,000 pounds a year, and then you come back to do your 4th year. Okay, so that's what we call the sandwich course. And also, if you don't feel sandwich course is suitable for you, you can also consider about a short space of continue your 3rd year immediately after your 2nd year, but at the same time, you can take some, take some placement throughout your the summer or weekends and try to get work experience. The university also will help you on that. Okay, so, and also another thing about your student life with us is about accommodation. So I think living in London is expensive, but university make accommodation very accessible and affordable for students. So our price is between £120 to £180 a week. So, depending on your budget, you can either choose to, stay in a little bit more expensive rooms, which means the facilities will be better. But if you have a little bit tight budget, and also we have options there for you. So it just depends on what you want, and we will have options for you. Okay, and then in terms of the college life, so we have a student union. We run, student union run the student union bar, and then we have our student club as well. So you can feel free to enjoy that because the drinks are very cheap at campus. And also they do all kind of societies, voluntary work. And if you want to run your own societies, you can also do that as well. So it's going to be very busy. So when you come to study in the UK, it's not only about just do your academic qualifications, but also about enjoy yourself as well. Okay. And also, if you are into some sports, so we have all kind of sports you can do with us, as you can see in the screen now. So you can feel free to be part of one of the team, and then we do annual sports competitions among 4 colleges. So so feel free to make a contribution to that. So in terms of the tuition fees for international students, our undergraduate course is about 13,000 and postgraduate course is about 14,000. So an MBA course of about 15,000. I know if you need a pre-sessional course, and that would be between 1,400 to 4,000 pounds. And also we offer scholarships. So I will quickly skip to the scholarships bit. So if we're trying to welcome more international students to come study with us. And sometimes we understand, studying abroad is expensive. So the university is committed to make our education more accessible to international students. So that's the reason we offer a very generous scholarship scheme for international students. So both undergraduate student and postgraduate student can apply for our international excellence scholarships, so which will be between 1,000 to 4,000 pounds. If you're an undergraduate student, you can get it for 3 years. So every year you will get that discount. Okay. So if you're good at music and sports, you can apply for our music or sports scholarships. So in terms of the traveling all the way from your home country to the UK to study, and I think it's a huge commitment for you to make, and also it will cost you a lot of money as well. So we do want you to to get something out of it, and then your parents would be happy when you graduated and you get a good job. So that's the reason why we focusing so much on employability. As I mentioned before, for example, business school, we offer a lot of work placement for students to get experience. So that would help you to get into your job very quickly. So as you can see from the slides, our employability is 92%. So which means actually, you have very high chance to get a good job after graduation. Okay, so and also we are much better than majority of UK universities, the big names you probably have heard. So it depends on what you're looking for, but I think we definitely are university committed to provide you with good career service. Okay, and also if you're interested in finding a job throughout your term time, your time with us, so to do a part-time job, we also have staff to help you to do that as well. Okay, so this is a slide where we summarize the reason why you have to study with us, but feel free to I'm not going to repeat myself, so I will stop here. So if you have any questions, so do leave a message or feel free to ask. All right, so I will be here for probably another 10 to 15 minutes to answer any questions. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Kian. Yes, we have a question from Arlene Lumi. He says, how much does one academic year cost? Hi,
Oh,
Kayan.
sorry, Erica. And I didn't get the question. Can you repeat it?
Yes, of course. It is how much does one academic year cost? I would
So
like
you
to
mean the living cost or the tuition fee cost?
I think he means the tuition fee, but if you want, you could be more specific, please, Lumi. And in
Okay.
which career do you want to?
Okay. All right. I will. So in terms of the tuition fees, as I mentioned in my presentation, so for undergraduate courses around £13,000, and for postgraduate is about £14,000. So you don't have to pay by term. So you can pay by 6 installments if that's more suitable for you. So it depends on, you can set up a fee payment arrangement with our finance team. So if you prefer to pay by 3 installments, that's also fine. So you can just divide that total amount into 3 payments. Okay, so that's about tuition fees. In terms of living costs, as I mentioned, so our accommodation cost is between £120 to £180 per week. So majority of our students normally spend about £600 per month to do for the accommodation. So that would probably, for a term we have 3 months. Each term has 3 months. So normally it would cost you so £1,800 for a term accommodation cost. Then for the food, I would say £200 per week. Again, it depends. If you cook yourself, then it will be relatively cheaper. So that'll be £50 per week. So a month would cost you probably around £200. So 3 months would cost you like £600. So that would be a rough cost. So I mean, in terms of the visa application, I think the Home Office probably require you at least to have £1,000 budget for your maintenance and the living cost. So but I think a lot of students can manage it within £800 a month. So that's about the cost. Do you have any other questions?
Thank you, Kian. No, we don't have any more questions, but if you have in one another, we could answer for all the assistance. Mm, uh,
Okay. I haven't
I'll,
seen any.
sorry.
So you mean I should just look at the chat box and to see if there are any questions there?
Yes, we don't have more question, but I'm talking with Lumi for private chat, I think.
Okay, yeah.
But I think that everything is resolved.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so thank you very much, Kayan, for your time and for your presentation. For
No
all the
worries.
assistance, we are going to send you an email with our contact details, so you could contact us, and we could do everything for you. We could do all the follow up of your process to the
Okay.
application to the university. So thank you
Yeah.
very much for this.
Well, thank you, Erica. Thank you very much.
Okay, so bye, Kayan.
Bye,
Bye.
Erica. Bye, Zara.
Thank you so much.
No worries. Thank you. Bye bye.